We welcome you back to Dahlonega and the UNG Soccer Complex as we get ready for kickoff between Anderson and North Georgia. Time now for the pregame starting lineups presented by Northeast Georgia Health System, the official healthcare partner of UNG Nighthawk Athletics. For Anderson, under head coach Michael Zion, they wear black and white tonight with their goalkeeper Gal Elyashev in lime green. The rest of the starting 11 for Anderson: Mariano Carpena, Martin Carpena, Eloy Alemati, Alexandra Cock-Ashwood, Augustine Ortez, Bryce Goodwin, Harry Ward, Caleb Compton, Joel Martino, and Collier Tharp for Anderson. For the Nighthawks of North Georgia, in goal will be Garrett Lyles with Michael Walsh, Gustavo Alencar, Victor Galterio, Donovan Odier, Gabriel Campora, Alejandro De Viena, Santiago Jimenez, Joel Copes, Kevin Lopez, and Paige Sinclair, on for the Nighthawks in white, while Lyles reps all red. Anderson got the opening touch, and we're underway here in Dahlonega as the Trojans try and press forward. They are ranked 20th in the nation. As Lyles rolls it back into play to Copes, and the Nighthawks work across the back line with Michael Walsh. The Nighthawks will look to possess and try and get Anderson moving. A Southeast region matchup. Odier trying to work the ball away for North Georgia. Now here's Galterio. Galterio had it taken away from him by Ortiz. Off of the back of Odier, it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans on the far side. Trojans 9-2-1 on the year. Now here comes Campora trying to race forward, has it taken away from him, but the Nighthawks earn the turnover right back. Jimenez tries to give it back to Campora. Now here's Odier. Donovan trying to get it from to Galterio, unable to do so. Walsh misses on the slide tackle, and the ball went out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks in front of the technical area. So Anderson working the ball across the back line. Chipped over the top. Comes down to the feet of Alemati. Now in the corner, Harry Ward. And a goal kick earned by North Georgia. A lot of local flair for Anderson. Bryce Goodwin in the starting lineup from Creekview High School in Canton. Harry Ward from Clarksville and Tallulah Falls. They have a freshman from Mount Perrin down in Atlanta. A midfielder transfer from Florida Atlantic that is from Canton. A lot of kids from South Carolina, but then they do have the internationals. The Carpenas from Cali, Colombia. Alencar flicks it along. Touched by Campora, but he'll run out of space. Be a throw-in for the Trojans. Alencar thought it was a throw-in for North Georgia. Instead, it's a throw-in for Anderson. Lopez tries to get it to Alencar, and Anderson earns a throw. In to throw it is Joao Martinho, 6'1", out of Lisbon, Portugal. Throw in on the far side for Anderson. Under the lights here in Dahlonega, temperatures have dropped significantly since we started. And the Nighthawks will earn a throw. Galterio sends it upfield, trying to find Campora. Anderson will play to the near side. Lopez got a touch, as did Harry Ward. Now here's Alan Carr looking for Jimenez. Foul called on Paige Sinclair. It'll be a free kick for Anderson. Walsh finds Jimenez. Now here's Gustavo Alencar. Plays out wide to Lopez. Lopez centers it for Paige Sinclair, who finds Jimenez. Jimenez plays the long switch to the far side. Cross is batted away as Daviana couldn't get it in. It'll be a throw in for the Nighthawks. Daviana sends a cross in, and that'll easily be dealt with by the goalkeeper, Elyashiv. Elyashiv, 6'1", graduate student from Israel. Out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Another throw in, Daviana on the far side. Trojans try and play a long switch toward Harry Ward. Ward settles it. Somehow keeps possession as he races back to midfield. Sinclair taken down. A whistle. Looked like a single leg takedown. As the Nighthawks will have a free kick. Nighthawks take it quickly, a bit heavy though, trying to link up with Alencar, and it'll be cleared away by the Trojans out of play for a throw. Odier tries to cross it in. It's out off of the Trojans. It'll be a corner kick for North Georgia. Alencar goes over to take it. Alencar chips it in. It's headed high in the air by the Trojans, and they are able to clear it out of the 18. Sinclair takes the ball away from Ortiz and plays it back to Lyles. Out wide for Cox Ashwood. And it's taken away, but a foul is going to be called and a free kick coming for Anderson. Christopher Heinzman, your referee, is assigned by the Peach Belt Conference tonight. Daniel Tibbetts back on the line after being the second assistant in the women's game. He's the first assistant in this one. Benjamin Thyssen is the third referee tonight. Free kick coming. Sent in. Lyles will punch it high in the air and save the shot. Credit the shot to Martin Carpina, as Lyles did extremely well there. Throw in coming for the Trojans. Santiago Jimenez couldn't get it. Ortiz takes it forward. And Sinclair pushed him off the ball. It'll be a free kick for Anderson. Center of the park. Ortiz stands over it, as does Martin Carpina. We'll see who ends up taking it. Ortiz will shoot one, and it goes wide left for a goal kick for the Nighthawks. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, located beside Starbucks in the Chestatee Building. Now here's Anderson. Ortiz plays it wide. Shot taken, and it's in the net. One 0 in favor of Anderson. So officially the goal going to be scored by Alexander Cox-Ashwood. Assists from Eloy Alamati and Augustine Ortiz. Free kick opportunity for the Nighthawks. A lot of players standing over the top of it now. Jimenez and Alencar, the two left now. We'll see who takes it. Gustavo acts like he's going to, and now Jimenez, his shot goes into the wall. Alencar chips it over the top. It'll easily be dealt with. "15 minutes gone. Is the foul going to be called on Anderson?" So it's 1-0 Anderson. We are 28 minutes to play here in the first half, 17th minute. Nighthawks earn a throw. Odier tries to center it for Galterio. It's chopped away by Carpena. Now here come the Trojans. Pass intercepted by Alencar. Gustavo tried to get it back to Santi, and it's taken away by the Trojans. Now North Georgia pressuring on the far side. This is Ortiz. Ortiz racing ahead. Ortiz into the 18, bit heavy, and it'll roll out across the end line for goal kick. Lyles plays short on the goal kick. Now Galterio's got it. Victor plays it over to Walsh. Nighthawks trailing 1-0. Here's Campora. Played wide for Odier. It's out for a throw. Nighthawks on the attack, trying to chip it into the box, unable to do so. And now Anderson will look to counter. Walsh steps in to take it away. Alencar chips it over to Campora. Back to Gustavo. Gustavo still on it. Lopez racing ahead. Gustavo stays on it. Alencar trying to make something happen. Now gives to Lopez. Lopez back to Galterio. Galterio's made a shot from here in his career. Sends it in, headed toward goal, and it's in! North Georgia has leveled this one up as Victor Galterio finds Gabriel Campora to make it 1-1. So the Nighthawks level things up. 1-1 as Campora heads it in the goal from Galterio. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, presented by the Smith House Country Store Restaurant and Hotel, located in historic downtown Dahlonega. Nighthawks level with the Trojans, 1-1. Odier trying to get possession of the ball. Gives it to Jimenez. Now back to Odier. Donovan racing forward. Cutting him off is Mariano Carpena. And Sinclair will send it back to Copes to settle things for the Nighthawks. Lopez gives to Copes, who gives it right back to Kevin. Nighthawks earn a throw. Kevin lobs it in to Gustavo Alencar. Walsh takes it away from Alencar, or to Alencar now. Over to Lopez. Kevin taken down cleanly. And now the Trojans can counter. Martinho centers it, looking for Ortiz, and it's taken away from him. Galterio tries to chip it forward, unable to do so. A foul going to be called on North Georgia. Free kick coming to Anderson. Clock will stop. 23-29 as we check on the injured Trojan. He wants Christopher Heinzman to give a card there. Pleading his case. Christopher Heinzman says, I'll officiate the game. He does give a warning to Gustavo. And now back underway. Anderson racing across the top of the 18, advantage given, and now a foul, as Anderson will get a free kick. Ortiz, as well as Martin Carpena, standing near it. Alencar, Sinclair, Campora going to build a wall. This is about 28 yards from goal as the Nighthawks line up at the top of the 18. Midway through this first half. See who takes it for the Trojans. Be Carpena. And that went off of the wall. It goes out for a corner. Corner kick coming for the Trojans. Anderson wanted a handball, not going to get it. Corner kick comes in. It's headed high in the air. Ball still loose in the 18, and North Georgia finally clears it. And that ball goes all the way back to Lyles. Campora to Odier to Jimenez. Chips it over the top, looking for Donovan. It takes a tricky bounce, and it's dealt with well by Tharp. Out of play for a Nighthawk throw deep in the Anderson end. Cross comes in. Headed away. Galterio settles. Touch with the right foot. Takes a shot! Victor Galterio from 22 yards out finds the goal, and North Georgia leads it 2-1. Victor with a lightning bolt. 2-1 North Georgia. Just like that, the Nighthawks lead it in the 25th minute. Now the Trojans look to fight from behind. North Georgia with a pair of goals after conceding first. We could be in for a fun one here. Crossed in, and it's deflected out of play as Alamati tried to send in the cross. Corner kick coming. Trojans send numbers forward. Looks like it's Bryce Goodwin taking this corner. Sends it in, left-footed outswinger, headed on to goal by Cox Ashwood, and it's easily saved by Lyles. Now Galterio racing forward, out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Lopez comes up to take the throw in for North Georgia. Alan Carr flicks it along, but nobody was there. It goes through the wickets of Sinclair, and that ball will skip out of play for a Trojan goal kick. Nighthawks looking to press forward. Advantage given to Ortiz. Ortiz plays it out wide. Crossed in. Saved off the line by Lyles as Alamati was right there. Alamati was right there, and Lyles if nothing else, with instinct, just put his hands up and pushed it wide. $18 minutes to play here in the first half as Lyle's going to take this free kick from the spot. Galterio heads it down to Alencar. Gustavo plays it wide. Deviana. Deviana to Odier. Donovan cross comes in. It's headed away by the Trojans. Sinclair pressuring. Out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Odier gives it up to Alencar. Gustavo out wide to Lopez. Senior from Lawrenceville. Alencar tried to play it through and got tangled up with Galterio. Now here's Caleb Compton. Now here's Ortiz. Plays back to Campina. Out wide now to Martino. Martino's cross looking to try and find Alamati. Out for a corner kick. So a corner kick coming. Goodwin over to take it again. Back post. Headed high in the air. Still loose inside the 18. Cox Ashwood sends it toward goal, and it's taken away by Lyles. Lyles throws it wide to Odier. Odier trying to split the double team, unable to do so. Carpena plays it over the top. Harry Ward tries to keep it in play, won't be able to. Goal kick is given to the Nighthawks, and now we check on Harry Ward and make sure he's okay as he ran into the backstop. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Northeast Georgia Health System, the official healthcare partner of UNG Nighthawk Athletics. So Ward okay. Jogs back outside the 18 as Lyles puts it back in play. Here's Galterio. Played wide for Alencar. Gustavo to Odier. Odier back to Lopez. Lopez will send this ball into the 18. Back post, a bit too strong. It goes out of play for a goal kick. Nighthawks 2, Trojans 1. Ball played too hard downfield for Augustine Ortiz. Lopez overstepped the ball and then just plays it off of Alamati. Alamati 6'3", 185, sophomore from Heidelberg, Germany. By far the tallest player on the field either side. Harry Ward tries to get past Walsh. Walsh plays it out. Throw in for the Trojans on the far side. Here's Goodwin. And the clock will stop as we check on, I believe that's Campora. 13:06 to play. Is Campora back on his feet? He may have gotten hit below the belt. He's holding his right arm in a weird area, though, so that might be something with his arm, as both teams will make a substitution. Trojans will bring on Renato Oban, while the Nighthawks bring on John McDonald, I believe that is. Here come the Nighthawks. Chipped over the top in the direction of Galterio by Alencar, as McDonald is in the match. Galterio tries to cross it in. It's cut down by Bryce Goodwin, out of play. Goodwin, a senior from Canton and Creekview High School. A lot of his former classmates, I assume, sitting below us, making some noise for him. Ball played long, looking to try and link up with Alamati. Lyles keeps the ball away from Alamati for the moment. Now Alencar gives to Lopez. Lopez taken down. Foul will be given. And a free kick for the Nighthawks. So got to bring the ball back. Lopez was very close to midfield. Free kick was taken into the middle. Galterio got a touch on it. Now the ball sent high into the air. Here's Odier. Donovan trying to get past the first defender. Can't, but the ball will roll out wide to Lopez. Lopez a bit too wide for Alencar. Gets it back off the deflection. Lopez wanted a foul, not going to get it. Ball played down the near side. Harry Ward. Anderson looking to attack. Anderson into the 18. Harry Ward sends a cross in low. Shot was blocked. An excellent job defensively there by Odier, as now he's down. The clock's going to stop as we check on him. That's actually Galterio, excuse me. As the shot by Cox Ashwood was blocked. And so now we check on Victor as he took a kick to the backside as he slid there. I don't know if the cleat got him or if it was just the ball. That definitely an exposed area that does not feel good to be hit in. Galterio back up on his feet now. And so now Victor will start to walk off the pitch. Basketball season right around the corner here at North Georgia. Women open up at home as hosting the Peach Belt Conference and Conference Carolinas Challenge. Nighthawks will play at home on Friday, November 12th. We'll have it for you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Craig Corbin back behind the microphone. Looking forward to working with him this year over in the UNG Convocation Center. Here's Alan Carr. That's played out. I think the ball actually got on top of the press box. Check and make sure our camera operators are okay up there. Bargalanti and Santiago Arce check on for the Trojans. As Lyles plays quickly out of the 18. It's out for an Anderson throw as Oban wins it for the team from the South Atlantic Conference. Out of play, Anderson earns the throw again. Lyles has it. 8.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Nighthawks lead it 2-1. Throw in coming for Anderson. Here come the Trojans. Cox Ashwood has it taken away from him. Lopez tried to bring it into the attack. Martino took it away. Cox Ashwood sends a cross in. It bends away from goal. Gets into the far corner, though, with Ortiz. Ortiz gets past the first defense. Nighthawks swarm on the end line and clear the ball upfield. Here's Alan Carr. Gustavo taken down. Good tackle by Galanti. Ortiz has it taken away. Galterio gets to McDonald. McDonald with plenty of time goes wide for Odier. Donovan brings the ball into the attacking third. Now plays out wide for Daviana. Alejandro. Double teamed. Sends a low cross in. Ball loose. Shot is blocked. Campora had an opportunity there, and it was blocked by a defender. Goes out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Odier pushed down on the far side. It's a Nighthawk throw. Cross comes in from Daviana. It's headed away by Martino. Headed back in by Galterio. Alencar takes a shot. It bounces off a couple of Trojans and a corner kick. Punched away by Elyashev. And now the Trojans can look to counter. Galterio trying to keep possession, and a foul going to be given. Five minutes to play here in the opening half. Alencar takes it short, gives it to Jimenez, then gets it back. Tries to play to Jimenez, unable to do so. And Alencar will play it all the way back to Lyles. Lopez. Ball played out to the near side. Galante takes the shot, and it bends away from goal. Be a goal kick for the Nighthawks, and that allows for North Georgia to make a substitution. See who comes on for North Georgia. Replace Alencar. It's number 16, Anton Madsen. 3:40 to play here in the first half. North Georgia leads at 2-1. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have first half stats, as well as a look at one of the members of the 2021 Hall of Fame class of the UNG Athletics Hall of Fame. Chipped in over the top, looking for Galante. He's offside. Waiting on the free kick. Cope's back to take it. Throw in coming for the Nighthawks. Lopez will take it. Sends it in, looking to link up with McDonald, and this ball going to be high in the air into the stands. Luckily, nobody around. Ball played back to Walsh, who heads it to Lopez. It's out of play for a throw-in for the Trojans. $1:45 left here in the first half. Walsh sends it back to midfield. Sinclair does well to work in small space. And ODA can't keep everything moving. Now here comes Anderson up the far side with Ortiz. Ortiz centers it. Cox Ashwood. Ball loose. Shot taken. Well high, well wide. That shot given to Arce. Tries to thread the needle there, and Walsh steps in to clear it away. Now out wide to Martino. Martino with 25 seconds left, trying to find somebody to get it to. Finds Ortiz. Now punched wide by Compton to Goodwin. Goodwin sends it in, and that ball's going to bounce out for a corner. 10 seconds left. Clock will stop. That's 7.5 seconds left to allow for Anderson to take the corner. Clock will start on the kick. 7.5 seconds left. So there's the clock going. Ball bounces all the way out to the far side, and that's how the first half will come to a close. 2-1 your halftime score. North Georgia leads Anderson at the end of 45 minutes. We'll take a break, come back and recap the first half after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Sonia McLean, broker of Red Rooster Realty. Come check out our new location. It's this old farmhouse built in the 1930s that we were able to preserve and yet still turn it into our new office. We are a full-service real estate company. We work with buyers and sellers and would love to speak with you if you are in the market. Our new location is 80 Bell Street, Hiawassee, Georgia, or you can give us a call at 706-896-1225. We look forward to speaking with you.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers, and I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
The human body is like any high-performance machine. As the miles add up, parts wear out. That's where pain begins. And here's where it ends. Where top orthopedic surgeons use breakthrough techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for good. Feel like new again for miles to come at the region's only dedicated joint care center, Northeast Georgia Medical Center.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. I'm good.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks desk with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. 2-1 your halftime score between North Georgia and Anderson. We now give you an inside look into one of the newest members of the UNG Athletics Hall of Fame.
Named co-newcomer of the year in the Georgia-Alabama-Carolinas Conference for the 1995-96 season, Jason Gibson helped lead the then Saints to both GACC regular season and tournament championships in the same season. North Georgia then made their only trip to the national tournament during the last 2.5 decades. Gibson still holds the all-time single-season record at North Georgia for three-pointers made with 104. It is tied atop the single-game record for the same statistic with 9 versus Voorhees back in 1996. After his playing career, Gibson served on the men's basketball coaching staff as an assistant. Welcome.
Thank you, Craig.
And congratulations. And before we get started with our visit, if there's anything that you'd like to share with our audience tonight, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here tonight. I have so many fond memories of being here at North Georgia. I'd like to thank my wife, so bright I can't see you, but my wife Jennifer, my mom is here, Jennifer's parents, Jane and Charles. They were such a great support system for me while I was here and continue to be to this day. My boys Jasper and Jaden, I'd like to recognize them, and my daughter Janet Cater here. I'm excited that they're here with me tonight, so I'd like to thank them. Anytime you have an honor like this, it doesn't happen by itself. I was so blessed while I was here to have coaches. Chris Faulkner, I owe everything that I am as a coach today to him. I've learned so much from him over the years. Just a fantastic man. I really appreciate him. Our teammates, all the support staff that was here. This type of honor doesn't happen without being surrounded by a bunch of great people. And I was truly blessed while I was here. So thank you all.
And thank you for those remarks, Jason. I know that this is an honor that means a lot to everyone that is a part of this class, those that you're joining in the hall. Look back with us, if you would, on your time here at North Georgia. And are there any things that stand out in particular during your time here?
Well, so many memories. Playing basketball here was just, you know, the highlight of anyone's career. You work so hard to get to the college level, and you know, there's so many things that I could talk about. The last few weeks of my senior year were probably my best basketball memories. We you know, ended up going through our tournament, winning the tournament championship, and then having a chance to go out to Tulsa and play the national tournament was definitely an experience that I think all of the guys on that team will remember for forever. It's truly special.
Being a student athlete is a challenge. Competing at the highest level in both academics and on the court is something that requires great time management. I would assume that the lessons you learned in that regard carried over into life after North Georgia. Talk about that, if you would.
Wow, time management. I think that's something that I had to learn real quick when I got here, and I preach that. I preach that to my players too. I think that's the biggest difference between high school and college. Is in high school you're kind of punching a clock every day, and then all of a sudden you're turned loose with all this free time, and I think that was an adjustment for me. But learning how to do that, and then learning how to balance all of that, you know, when you take on a career, definitely something that benefited me as I got out into my coaching career.
You talk about coaching. Where are you now? And give us an update.
Well, I am an assistant athletic director at Rabun County High School. I direct their virtual academy, and I am coaching football, and will probably help out with the girls basketball team. So I've been out of coaching for the last few years. I got out of coaching at Jefferson and took an administrative job at Dawson County and was an assistant principal and athletic director there for 3 years. So I've had a blessed career. I've had a chance to be a head coach at the college level, a head coach at the high school level, had the opportunity to coach my kids coming through rec, and I've been an administrator, I've been an athletic director, so my career paths they've got a lot of turns in them, but it's been a great experience, and I feel like I've learned so much and grown so much as an educator.
And it's an exciting time to be a part of that Rabun County program. Anytime that you can see a high school program on ESPN just right up the road, that's pretty nice and exciting to see how the season progresses there. One final question, Jason. A couple of years back when your coach, Randy Dunn, was inducted, he talked about that semifinal win over Berry in the conference championship, and pretty prolific performance there that you provided. Three-pointers in the final 30 seconds. Take us back to that game. That's phenomenal.
Well, after the game, looking back, I think talking to people in the stands that were there that night, I think everybody kind of had that feeling that we were going to get beat. And for whatever reason, during the course of that game, I never felt that way. But I do remember being on the free throw line. One of the Berry kids was shooting a free throw, and it had gotten to the point where they had already taken all of their kids off the free throw line. And I remember looking up behind the shooter, and I saw a couple of Berry kids already celebrating. They were high-fiving, hugging, and I just remember it made me so mad. I was thinking, we're not losing this game. But I remember telling our point guard, Clyde Thompson, that no matter what happens in the next 30 seconds, you better bring the ball to my side every time. And he did, and the Lord blessed us that night. That's all I could say. It was, we were fortunate to get some good looks at the basket, and some of them I don't know that I even saw, but obviously they went in, so I'll take it.
Well,
NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And we are underway here in the second half. North Georgia leading 2-1 over Anderson after 45 minutes of play. Nighthawks will have a throw in on the far side. Anderson looking to find an equalizer as North Georgia controlled the second part of that second half. Out of play for an Anderson throw. Nighthawks finished the first half with just 5 shots compared to 10 to Anderson, but after the 12th minute goal from Cox Ashwood, 20th minute goal from Campora, 25th minute goal by Galterio. No saves for Eliashiv, as the Nighthawks had 2 shots on goal, both found the back of the net. Pretty even in terms of possession in the first half as well, 52-48 in favor of the Nighthawks. Cross comes in, it's sent out of play by North Georgia. It'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Going over to take the corner, Bryce Goodwin. Cross comes in swinger, headed down by Mariano Campana. Easily saved by Lyles. Anderson trying to work the ball forward. Walsh heads it down to Madsen. Now Sinclair will play it far. Center of the park now is Oban. Alimati had it taken away from him, but he earns it back as Anderson works the ball through Compton. Here's Galterio. Victor earns a throw, far side. Nighthawks with another throw, far side. Galterio down on the far side. Walsh going to try and play it forward. And now the clock will stop as Anderson got possession. They go check on Galterio, far side. I believe that's Victor that's down. Remember, he had the bump in the first half. As now Joao Martino will go over to check on Victor as well. Great sportsmanship from the Portuguese native. Galterio back on his feet, walking under his own power. Victor going to grit it out. Going to ask for re-entry. Back underway as Anderson has possession. Goodwin plays back and then ball rifled forward. Here's Galterio, plays wide for Odier. Donovan back to Victor. Galterio already with one goal on the day, also an assist. Out for a goal kick. Lyles plays short. Madsen keeps it in play for the Nighthawks. Works away from some pressure. Now trying to center the ball. Turns around, plays it right back out to Daviena. Daviena trying to center it for McDonald, unable to find him. Walsh able to get possession, but a foul going to be called as a free kick will be given to Anderson. So we check on the injured player for Anderson. That's Augustine Ortiz. Everybody looks to be okay now. So yellow card, I believe, was issued to Paige Sinclair. As Ortiz sends this one in, Lyles will just punch it away with the right hand. Out for a Trojan throw-in. Throw in by Anderson into the 18. The ball almost trickles across the end line, but Nighthawks able to clear it away out of bounds for a throw. Martino to trigger it in a second straight time. And out of play for corner kick as it went off of North Georgia. Nighthawks will plead their case to Heinzman, but he will concede the corner. Over to take it is Goodwin. Sent in swinger. And it's out for goal kick. Pushed wide for Daviana. Jimenez gives it back to Madsen. Madsen trying to play up the middle to Sinclair. Whistle and a foul. Clock stopped and a yellow card going to be issued to Santiago Jimenez. Ball loose, and Walsh gets a head on it to clear it away. Daviana sends the ball upfield. Played to the middle to Ortiz. Ortiz taken down, free kick coming. Clock will stop, and a yellow card going to be given to Victor Galterio. So the cards are coming out now from Heinzman, as Galterio is shown a yellow. And now the Trojans have an opportunity at a free kick. Ortiz standing near it. Oban standing near it. As now the Nighthawks will be forced to back up a little bit. They'll back up just inside the 18. See who ends up taking this. Ortiz is standing near it. He steps back from the ball last. And Ortiz will take it right into the wall. Ball sent right back in. It's headed away by Daviana. Still in a dangerous area as the Trojans trying to make something happen, and North Georgia able to clear it out and actually earn a throw when all is said and done. Nighthawks make a substitution. Benjamin Elgetta into the game. Ball bounces into the 18, and Ilyashiv ball flicked along, and it will be cleared by Lyles. Lyles ran into, and a final warning given to Anderson. No card shown there, as Martin Carpena avoids getting booked. Viviana heads this ball high in the air. A throw in coming for the Trojans. And a foul going to be given to Anderson. It'll be a free kick to the Nighthawks. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, located beside Starbucks in the Chestatee Building. Out of play for a Trojan throw, and they will make a substitution. Bryce Goodwin going to step off. Yanni Dine steps on for Anderson, 6'4" senior from Germany. Madsen trying to race away from the Trojan defense. Tried to pass it over to Lopez, who was running, and Trojans just play it out for a Nighthawk throw. Out for a Trojan throw-in. Nighthawks back here at home Saturday, 1 p.m. start against Flagler. Another round of PKs versus Nigel. That should be fun. Hope you'll join us here in Dahlonega, but if not, we'll have all the action for you here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. No reason for you not to come to Dahlonega. Beautiful time of the year to be in the North Georgia mountains. Also a bye week for the Georgia Bulldog football team as Lyles punches that one away, so no excuses there. So Mahdi sends it into the far corner, and it rolls out for a Nighthawk throw. Dion turns it over, and North Georgia earns a throw. Neviana will throw it in. Push down into the corner to Galterio. Goes out for an Anderson throw. Ball hit out of bounds by Deviana. Be a throw-in for the Trojans. Half an hour to play here in Dahlonega. Copes just sends this ball well downfield, trying to give Campora a chance to race under it. Now the Trojans do the same. Nighthawk free kick, just inside their defensive third. Out for a Nighthawk throw. Anderson still trailing this one 2-1. Here's Galterio. Had it taken away from him. Madsen settles for North Georgia, finds Jimenez. Jimenez tried to send it upfield, but ball bounced up on him. Shot taken by Ortiz, easily saved by Lyles. Ball punted downfield, and ODA tries to settle. Out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Nearing the midway point of this second half as the Nighthawks make a substitution. Josh Corlett steps on for North Georgia. Here's ODA. Donovan centers it. Here's Corlett. Tries to get it over to Galterio. Instead, it'll come all the way to Deviana. Deviana crosses it, and ODA misses the shot on the backside high. So Josh Corlett into the game for the first time tonight. Madsen finds Elgueta. Nighthawks closing in on a big win here tonight. They've got 25 and a half minutes they've got to see out. But to upset the number 20 team in the nation, that could change the way that the season's going for North Georgia, especially given that they've got some crucial matchups coming up. Flagler on Saturday, then at Lander, at home versus Aiken to round things out. Nighthawks lost to Flagler 5-3 when they met down in St. Augustine. Lost to Lander 3-2. So a couple of excellent opportunities for North Georgia to flip the script on how this season's playing out and potentially host a quarterfinal game in a couple weeks. Here's Galterio in the 18, chips it across. Odier tries to get ahead on it. He can't. It's out of play for a Nighthawk corner kick. And North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by the Smith House Country Store Restaurant and Hotel, located in historic downtown Dahlonega. Over to take this, it looks like it's Elgeta. Elgeta sends it in, back post, looking for Walsh. It's headed away by Anderson and out of play for a Nighthawk throw. And North Georgia will get to make a substitution here. So Madsen's going off, it looks like, is, I believe, Alan Carr coming back on. So Alan Carr back on. Ball comes all the way out to Elgeta. Elgeta will send it right back into the 18. Here's Lopez. Lopez trying to find some space, and nobody home on that pass. And now Anderson will get to make substitutions. Galante and Arce back on for the Trojans. Galterio heads it to himself, races over and gets it to Odier. Donovan plays back to Lopez, then gives it back to Donnie. Midway through the second half, North Georgia still up 2-1. Shot taken by Lopez. It's going to be wide to the right. Trojans trying to find that magic lineup that'll find an equalizer. We saw some late dramatics in our first game of the doubleheader. The UNG women scored very late. Anderson throws it in. Columbus State ends up escaping Dahlonega with a 3-2 double overtime win. And I'm sure Jay Entlick going to be very happy to get out of here the way that they did. Out of play for an Anderson throw. Out for another throw to the Trojans. Martinho to throw it in. Deep throw in. Copes gets his head on it. And the Nighthawks able to clear it out of the 18 momentarily. And Daviena will send this ball high into the night sky. Ortiz coming forward for Anderson. Stops, chips it out wide, looking to link up with Galanti. And unable to do so, it'll be a throw in for the Nighthawks. Cross comes in. It's headed away by Deviana. Out wide for Dion. Sent in and headed high in the air and cleared away by North Georgia. Anderson's going to start pressing forward. Ranked 20th in the nation and would like to stay up there, especially given that regional rankings coming out next week. A very competitive South Super region that includes Lynn, Barry, West Florida, Young Harris. It's a very competitive region that you're going to have to really play well down the stretch to earn one of those 10 spots. Clock's going to stop at 18:57 as Galterio's still down after he collided shins with an Anderson player. Galterio walking off under his own power, albeit gingerly. Nighthawks will make a substitution. Anton Madsen back into the game for North Georgia. And header goes wide right. ODA gives it back to Lopez, who sends it upfield. Out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Elgeta takes it away, looking for Madsen. Anderson earns possession away. Foul called. A card coming. To Joel Copes, I believe, is who they're going to give that to. $17:45 to play here. Anderson, not a long trip home, so the late nights not really a factor for them. Only about an hour and a half's trip north. Sent in and headed away out for goal kick. Big shout out to the entire game day crew here in Dahlonega. Sticking it out, doubleheader, or second doubleheader of the year. This one with games that are going longer than the first one. I'd say we're going to get out about the same time. Spirit Night, the other doubleheader that we've had here in Dahlonega, and that ended with a fireworks show that had us leaving after the top of the 10 o'clock hour. It'll be after the top of the 10 o'clock hour again tonight, but no fireworks to be shown. Out of bounds for a Trojan throw. Only fireworks you'll see is goals being scored and potentially highlight saves as the Trojans make a substitution. Stepping off is Tharp. Vicente Martinez Belloso on for the Trojans. Graduate student from Valencia. And a transfer from Erskine. In the 18, Ortiz has it taken away from him and cleared away by Kevin Lopez up to Campora. Campora pushed from behind. He keeps possession. Still trying to keep possession. Now it's taken away, but the North Georgia gets it back with Elgueta. Played wide to Alencar. And Madsen plays back to Copes. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Northeast Georgia Health System, the official healthcare partner of UNG Nighthawk Athletics. Nighthawks about a quarter of an hour away from one of the biggest wins of the season. They've had a few great results, including the draw against Young Harris, the only team so far this season to take points from the Mountain Lions. A win over Erskine to start the year. Going on the road to beat Lee. Another good result for Pat Parris's side, but this will be the first ranked team that North Georgia has beaten this season. The first in quite some time, for sure, if they can hold on. Corlett tries to play up to Campora. He's sandwiched by a pair of Trojan defenders. And Lyles will come out off of his line, throw it out wide to Lopez. Campora plays to Madsen, who comes to the near side, and Deviena. Alencar chips it across. And that ball is going to roll out for goal kick. Anderson trying to work up the middle. If North Georgia can win, it would be their first win over a ranked team since beating number 12 Young Harris down in Evans at the Peach Belt semifinals on November 3rd, 2017. Followed that up with a draw against number 23 Lander, where the Bearcats earn the Peach Belt Tournament Championship by virtue of penalty kicks 9-8 that night. An absolute classic in the history of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Here's Madsen. Plays to Deviana, who slips on the dewy turf. Anderson with a throw in now. Foul going to be called on North Georgia. A free kick to the Trojans. 11 and a half minutes to play here in Dahlonega. Free kick taken. Long by Martinez Bayoso. And Lyles off of his line, read it well. Campora touches it nicely out to Odier. Now Corlett gives to Campora. Campora tried to thread the needle. Now coming back onto it is Elgueta over to Deviana. Alejandro has some space and time, plays back to Elgueta. North Georgia trying to press forward. Elgueta plays wide to Lopez. North Georgia waiting to make a substitution, their next opportunity. Madsen finds Corlett. Played back through Lopez. Out of play for a Trojan throw, and that'll allow both teams to make substitutions. Russell Young on for the Nighthawks. Here's the Trojans. Stopped just short of the end line by Cox Ashwood, and North Georgia takes it away with Walsh. Corlett pressing forward, trying to find Odier, and it's a bit too strong. $7:40 to play here as Elyashiv Puts the ball back into play. Clock running. Nighthawks leading 2-1. No handballs given on either side. Algueta pushed off the ball. Madsen gets it over to Corlett. Corlett going to have to race away from the closing Almaty. Now back through JC. Long ball to Gustava. Alan Carr, 84th minute. Deviena, cross comes in, headed high and away. Corlett going to try and race onto it. Gets there first. Plays back to Lopez. Lopez through ODA, out wide. Cross comes in. And a foul going to be called. So the clock will stop. And trainers will come on as Elyashiv and I believe that's Madsen collided head to head. Elyashiv got back on his feet and now goes into the corner of the goal trying to maybe stay away from getting looked at. Was wearing the protective mask. He is back on his feet. That's a good sign. Meanwhile, Madsen's still down on the turf. Good sportsmanship showed there by Elyashiv. As Madsen will walk off, Elyashiv, if he does return, or if he does continue, he will get to stay on as he's the goalkeeper. They try and get the protective mask back on the Israeli. So 6:39 left as North Georgia will bring on David Zions. And we're back underway. So Zions back on for the Nighthawks for the first time today. Here's Alan Carr. Centers it toward Corlett, a bit too strong for him. Arce trying to play it up on the far side and does so. Cross coming in toward Almaty. He settles it, shoots it, and it's in the net. Almaty levels this, and we're tied at 2. Eloy Alimadi has brought this back to a 2-2 game. And so now with 5:52 to play, we are knotted 2-2. Back underway as Campora puts it back in play. Looking to play to Zions. It's headed away by the Trojans, at least momentarily. Alan Carr trying to find some space, chips it into the center to Corlett. Corlett wide left for Odier. Odier going to fire a shot from distance, easily saved by the goalkeeper, Elyashev. Played long for Alamati. Out for a throw for Anderson. Two to two the score. Headed away by Odier. And Lyle's off of his line. Long ball played, and Anderson gets the first touch on it, trying to settle it with Arce. Plays it back to Cox Ashwood. Shot taken, and he'll find the net. Alexander Cox Ashwood with a beautiful goal into the upper right 90, and now it's 3-2 Anderson. So now 3-2 with 4:10 to play. North Georgia's going to have to press forward as the Trojans will make a substitution. They bring on some more defense as Anderson goes 5 across the back line to park the bus. Tharp back on for Anderson. A corner kick given to the Nighthawks. As the clock running at 4 minutes to play. Corner comes in. Headed and pushed wide by Elyashev. An excellent save there by the keeper, as the shot, I believe, was headed by Michael Walsh. Another corner kick coming. Alencar will take this. Gustavo sends it in, punched away by Elyashev. And now a throw-in given as the ball trickled out of play. Clock will stop. .301 to play. North Georgia led a majority of this match, but Anderson with a couple of late goals. Now the Trojans with Alimati earn a throw. Two and a half minutes to play. Alimati trying to hold it in the corner. And a goal kick is earned. Foul called on North Georgia. Free kick coming for Anderson. Alencar back to his feet. We're at 1:45 left. Anderson will just send the ball toward the near corner. Zions heads it in the air, and Walsh continues on. Allen Carr plays wide for Lopez. Nighthawks have got to press forward here. Running out of time. Deviena. Here's Elgueta. Plays wide for Lopez. And the ball taken away from him. Corlett trying to keep the ball in play and does so. A foul going to be called. Corlett to take this free kick. And it's headed away. Allen Carr trying to keep it in for North Georgia. Plays it over to, I believe that was Elgueta. Nighthawks have everybody forward right now. 25 seconds to go. Ball out of play for a Nighthawk throw. Deviena throws it in. Trying to find Zions. Ball out for a Nighthawk corner. 13, 12, 11. Clock stops at 12.4. Clock will start on the kick. Allen Carr over to take it. Might be the last opportunity for North Georgia. Sends it in. Walsh heads it. It's toward the back post. It's wide, left. But it's a corner kick for North Georgia, and the ball will roll away from the corner, and North Georgia won't even get an opportunity as the Trojans hold on for a 3-2 win over the Nighthawks of North Georgia. We'll be back on the air Saturday as North Georgia will play Flagler here at home. Kickoff at 1. We hope you'll join us. Until then, for our entire NSN crew, I'm Walker McCreary signing off. Again, your final score, Anderson 3, North Georgia 2, here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.